Mm. Oh, it's dark this side. I haven't set up my camera. Light. I forgot about the lighting. You need lighting. How are you, Marianne? Lovely to see you here. So, obviously going to one of the Facebook pages. I don't know which one. I never remember. So there you go. I need to probably have it written on the screen for myself, shouldn't I? But I haven't got it done yet. Now, what I thought I'd do, since your first time, would you like to have a card reading? I'm just practicing with a new setup. I've actually got, and I'll put it up there now, I'm hoping it holds. I've actually got a mobile phone. I've got my iPhone doing this camera there. So I'm trying it out. I don't know how well it's going to go because, well, it's a brand new setup. So, and hi, Natalie, is it? It is Natalie, isn't it? So great to see you here. It'd be lovely to have you all on HAPS, and you could actually come up on screen with me if you liked. And I do have the link. It does come up occasionally. I'll just try and find my link to put it in the Facebook page. I'm not sure which page I'm actually on, so I'll try and find that while I'm at it. Because it's not coming up with that obvious. No, it's not. Because that's Facebook. It doesn't want to show me, does it? Let's get out of that. I was in a community. I was doing some other stuff. Silly me. I'll go to my page. And all of this is learning as I'm going. So pretty much, here we go. So that's on my Facebook profile, this one. So I'm not sure where it's going as the other one. Well, let me go and find out, because it's highly likely that you girls are commenting on my page from the look of it, is it? Yeah. So you're on my page, so that's great. So I'm going to just tick you off, like do the yes, it is 2 in 1 day. And I'll just go, see, it still only shows me 4 comments at once. So you 4 that I've responded to with the response there in the live stream group, in the live stream page, you're the lucky ones that have got the responses. Oh, goodness, the instant responses. And I want to try this. I've got a new light. I don't know how well it's going to go as far as this goes, because it's actually a craft light, but we saw it at Aldi. And I'm wondering and hoping that I might try that again tonight. I won't use it for now. We can still see the cards, can't we? Yes. So who was first? It was Marianne. I was getting a link, wasn't I, to send to you girls as far as tags for YouTube. No, it's not for that. Now I've lost where I've got the file. That's a bit of a bummer, isn't it? Anyway, I think no, I can't find it. So let me get out of that. I'm just going to quickly go to my YouTube channel, because I think we are streaming to YouTube, I think, as well, and Twitch and Twitter via Periscope. If Periscope's still working, it may not be yet. I don't know for sure. And now I've got to go to my channel. At some point, I will be ceasing doing this as far as the all over the place stuff. I do have intentions of being smooth running and all the rest of it with this stuff. It takes a bit of time to actually know what you're wanting to actually pause that. What you're wanting to include as part of the information and stuff like that. And that's not the one I wanted. I've got a different one I should be picking. So do bear with me. I'm just trying to find one of those that I've done before. You know, here's one I've done before, but it's the daily live stream, daily card stream. Card readings. I've got the HAPS app to join in with me there. So I'm just trying to find it, the one that will take you to there, and copy that into the Facebook group for those that would like to. So here we go. I'm pasting that in there, and hopefully that would work, and it didn't. Bloody well didn't. So, yeah, too bad. Too bad. Now I've got to try and remember, what the heck is that? Oh, I've got it here somewhere. It's got to be somewhere. I know I've seen it. No, I've seen it. Let me see. And I've also got someone from Now Is That on my YouTube channel. Well, there you go. Here we go. I appreciate you being here on the YouTube. Thank you. I don't know how many readings I'm going to be able to get done before dinner time. Depends on what my tummy's telling me and what my partner's actually prepared for dinner and when it's due. So I'm just going to start moving down on these. Let's see. Download. I'll explain what HAPS is first. Maybe that's a good idea. I will. I'm going to get and explain what the HAPS is for you first. So it's a free, world-class broadcasting tool, and it's got a community that's within it that's eager to collaborate, so that you actually get the invites on in other people's streams if you like to be a guest, and in being able to invite people onto your streams as a guest too, which is what I'm eventually hoping that people would like to come and join into mine. So today I'm using it to play around with the iPhone coming in via the Ecamm Live virtual camera, because that's how I'm using the camera. It's why you get that variedness, even though the HAPS itself has some really good ways of viewing guests and having added bits and pieces too. So it is a great platform, and it's super easy to do the simultaneous broadcasting to the different channels. So like I said, I've got YouTube, got Facebook and Twitter, Twitch, and whatever others there are. There's 6 that I'm running at the moment. So if you enjoy the broadcast, download the HAPS app. It's HAPPS. You can use it on a mobile device, and I've got it on my iMac, so it can be downloaded to a Chrome browser. It needs to be the Chrome browser. And subscribe to me for more of the content and get the notifications. But when you're subscribing under mine, when you're joining under my link, then you get free coins, the 100 free coins, and that helps to support my work, and you get support for yours as well. So now I'm still trying to find it. I know the link comes up occasionally in the, let me point to the right direction. That way? No, wrong way. That way. In the top left anyway, it shows up as my HAPS, but it has invite in it for you to get the 100 coins. So, and that's the one I'm trying to find. And at the moment, thank you, Dimity. Thank you so much for the award. That's lovely. Thank you so much. And Dimity, do you know where the invite, you know how you get the invite thingy, the link for that? Where is it? I just can't seem to find where that is. And is it because I'm missing something somewhere? I don't even know what notifiers are, and the takeovers on the left goes yet. I've got settings there. Is that part of what my settings? No, that's the settings for what I've got here. So at the moment, that's where it's at. I can't quite find where that is. So I'll put it in there later. And next time when I'm on, it'll be lovely for you same people to come in and join into my chat. Now, Dimity is on the HAPS itself. So should all be working. Yeah. So hi, Dimity. Sorry. I was just trying to look things, so I missed a few of the comments, didn't I? So I'm putting that one on screen, and it should all be working. Okay. I'm presuming that it is. It's just that I was trying to find where my particular link is for the invite stuff. but that's okay. It is all okay. You're not sure you can from your own broadcast. Yep, as it's on the profile. Okay, so at least I know that information. I'll do it later. Write it on a piece of paper for people to see. Hadn't thought of that. Thing is, I can't find what it actually is. How does it come up? What you guys have got? Let me have a look. I'll see if I can do that. Let me just have a quick look. I'm glad I'm glad you're patient, so that you're not willing to wait for all this stuff to happen. So it's HAPS. It's got to come up at some point, doesn't it? It's waiting. See that? I mean, I'm glad that there it is. HAPS.tv at Ros Boundy. But I have a funny feeling that's just to watch it. If you want to join me, it's haps.tv/invite/at Ros Boundy. Oops, and I've nearly run out of room for that. So I'll just take that off. Probably going to be, I'm going to have to do it differently. Oh dear, I'll go back to that. Then at least you've got my owl in the corner with the sunshine on it, really shining on it really well. Haps.tv invite at Ros Boundy. I'll put it this way, and then it should be clear and easy to read with that one. And this is an old piece of old pad I had when I was running a business called Rainbow Gold Bodywork. So there you go. Join into, I should do that way. How am I doing that? No, wrong way. Join into the HAPS platform, haps.tv invite at Ros Boundy. You get 100 coins, we get bonus, and you can then come up into the live stream with me when I invite you, if you'd like, or just have the instant reactions, the instant feedback on your comments from within HAPS. And it's a much easier way of doing it that way. So let's head on over again to the cards. Here we go. Right, who we had on first was definitely, wasn't Natalie, it was, whoops, seemed to be going past. So it's Marianne was the first one who'd love the card. So I can either do these as the cards and a card from the Gilded Reverie, or can you hear the birds out there? They're beautiful. I love the little finches. Or I can do a reading. The reading, it just depends on the size, what the reading is as to how long that will take. I'm going to do for you, Marianne, I'm going to do the actual card spread and see what you think of it. So what we've got is 12 and 5, so that's the 17. So it's starting from this card here. So what we're doing is, I'll lift it up, and what you've got is celebrations happening. And with those celebrations, there's going to be a wonderful, now I've got to figure out which way is the camera on the phone. I don't know. I haven't figured that one out yet to bring it up to the close in aspect. Oh, there you go. So if I hold it, no, I've got to hold it a bit further over there. I've not used the phone for this before. It's why I wanted to come on as it is. So with that celebration, it's the, this one down here with the goblets, and I'm not sure if I can zoom in using the phone. You've got the sword bringing that really quick message as to, and the pointedness of where you're going to be going with that celebration. So we're actually moving up to the one for green. And it would seem there is the likelihood. Celebration might be a new member in the family or a new direction that you're really chuffed about and you're excited. And it is time for celebrating that. That's what I'm getting with this one. So moving from there to hit to that celebration, that's it. You've got your reading because it's gone back to the goblets. And that closes that chain of cards that we're reading. So see how it started off at the 5 blue row on the goblets. So that's returned to that. And because the card itself is already been exposed, that is the circuit of what your reading is. So you're certainly going to have a quick message. You're going to have a quick message about some exciting news and it looks like it is a baby on the way, whether your own or grandchildren or someone in the family, that certainly it is time to celebrate and bring it back to that closed circuit. So that's what your reading is there, Marianne. So hopefully that's meaningful for you. Now I'm going to leave the cards in place this time because the next reading, I'm just testing this out, the next reading could be a different number it starts with, so it's a different cycle of what the cards are going to present, if you understand what I mean. If it's the same, I'll shuffle them and it'll be new. Excuse me, but I really did need my coffee. So I'm just going to clear those cards there. Who we had next was going to be Natalie. So this was who I had next on my list here of what is in the comments that come to me via the hats. Because it's coming through on several different platforms, you don't all get to see who is next. It's what is in order of what I'm seeing on my hats, okay? That's why it's another bonus to actually be here in the hat stream as well. And we've also got some more comments from Marianne. You're still here, and thank you. You're saying thank you. Yes, Dimity, it is opposite to what you think. The birds sound excited. Oh, they are. They're fighting over the blossoms that are in the tree. So, Natalie, here we go. We're going to start with we'll just do some dice. So it's 10, 11. So card number 11 is this one. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I mean, we all know how to count and do it in rows, don't we? So, wow, look at that. You've got the house on the house card. So for you, that is a 1-card reading. And the importance of home for you, it really is something that you are feeling to the depths of your soul almost. It's what you're needing to really bring in and pull into yourself as far as that, really feeling that connection, I feel. And as part of home as well, you've actually got the people involved in your home space as well. So it's consolidating, it's bringing it to the fore for you that's what is important. And I'm feeling too that there needs to be a little bit of work on some of those relationships within it to bring that feeling back to being a home. And I'm just getting instead of a battleground. So you probably would understand what that means. Hopefully that's meaningful for you. It's a message that I'm actually getting, okay? So, but it will certainly become that home once again and being that centre of, what is your heart. So it's going to become that again. I'm going to this time shuffle these because I'm just feeling that they need it. A different clearing the energy with a shuffle. And this is where I'll be certainly seeing how this method works with the camera on a wobbly stand, basically. So, Natalie, we've just done yours. Marianne, we did yours. So you've had a reading. So rather than putting that comment on the screen, I won't. So Wanda, good afternoon to you. And I'm not sure if you're wanting a card or you're just watching. So it does seem a bit distracting when it looks like I'm looking away. Well, it's not that far away from the camera, but it's certainly needing to be that I read them for that interactivity. I don't want to miss anyone. But yes, so Kim, you do. Oh, excuse me. My mouse isn't quite working, and it's the, it is the Apple Mighty Mouse thingy, whatever they call it, Magic Mouse, Mighty Mouse. And Kim, you would like a card, or you'd like a? You just got yes, please there. So I figure that that's probably a reading. Oh, I better clear these and actually spread the cards out, hadn't I? Now, I do always put them on that heart card first. So at some point, I'm quite sure I'll end up getting to be very proficient at this, where I'm actually doing the spread again quite easily. Fast is the word I'm after. So you've got 12, 16. So it's that one, isn't it? So it's 6, 6, and 4, basically. And what we've got you on is door key opening. This is where it's pretty hard for me to see. My little back end screen's quite small, so that does look small to me, but it is the key. So it's going to be opening doors for you. And what you've got on that is actually the ship sailing. So it's opening all directions, I'm feeling. So as far as it's unlocking, what's it unlocking? It's a key. There's some key that you're going to find as you sail the ocean's blue, as you're feeling through the waters that feel murky. I'm feeling it's becoming more clear, and you'll actually see the key. What I just had a visual of is the shiny key at the bottom of the waters as they're clearing. So, but it's also that the ship does take us into different places and spaces. So it's opening up. Maybe it's a key to a car or something that's going to give us some direction. But even now, that's actually leading to being able to celebrate. So there's something that you're going to be going to that's a celebration. Maybe it is an overseas trip that you're going to be able to take as soon as the borders open, and have that key opening to, those travels and taking us to the blue. Yeah, it is blue. So that's down here. So taking you to celebrate. I'm feeling with this one that it's probably a church. So have you got someone that is a friend or family that's having celebrations in the way of a wedding? It does feel like it's more along that religious line rather than just taking a step in faith. I think this is probably to do with getting out and into the celebration wedding style. I think, is there an engagement? It feels more than engagement. I feel there's probably going to be some travel that's taking you to a wedding celebration with that one. Probably going to need to weigh up the I am feeling that there could be a little bit of risk in going at the time that you are, but it's potentially you can still do that. And it does feel like it's the key opening up once the restrictions for COVID have been through, opening up borders, that type of thing. So just trust that you'll find the right balance of when to go, when to book, and that type of thing. So we're down on the 6 green. Sorry, that's this one. And potentially there's also a celebration here as well of either new baby or new journey, new pathway. I am feeling this one is relevant to a new baby as well, so that's going to be an added celebration as well. Whether there's going to be, now the camel is about persistence, endurance, the possibilities of a few little humps along the way, and I'm feeling straight away that's that COVID risk. So, if you're thinking of travelling and the rest, probably as soon as you are eligible to get the vaccination, that might be something you're needing to actually consider. And moving that up to here, where you are having to sign forms, because the Tower can be government type things and a little bit more those, the legally type things. Tower, yeah, I'm feeling it's more the government, the forms and things that you need to fill out for that travelling. And moving forward, feeling the attraction towards, you know, this is a magic web that we're weaving. So set the intention that everything's going to go all right from the start, that that little web that you're going to create of possibilities, it's going to be running smoothly for you as the weaver of this web, and attract those good intentions, those good vibes around that travel and having everything falling into place. So that's moving down to this one. There may be a bit of assistance that you're needing in getting that running smoothly for you. I think probably in that government department arena and getting the right forms filled and having the processes in place, ready to go when it needs to, and it will be in its flow, so that you've got, and here we've got the good luck with that. So it's certainly going to move forward smoothly once the ball is rolling. And moving that up to this one, you've got quite a lot of cards out of this reading, so that's great. And that completes the cycle because you're back to your key, which is the 4 blue here. So it is going to complete that cycle for you to move into that space. I'm just going to put that up so that you take it with full hands, you know, into suss out for yourself whether it's what you want to be doing and taking the steps to be able to get moving into that space of travel. And it's certainly for celebratory purposes. So I would say, yes, you're going to get really excited, and don't worry too much about what the risks are in getting things planned. Because of COVID and the rest, we can't continue to live our lives by COVID rules, and just step out in faith and take that step to book, okay, and move into, you know, I suppose you've got to have an invitation first, you know, with any of that type of thing, isn't it? So thanks. That was Kim's, wasn't it? I think, wasn't it? Interesting cards. Oh, Wanda, they really are interesting cards. So, and thank you, Natalie, for that. I'll just put a lovely appreciation on the screen. So thank you. And there we go. Now, I do remember Dimity getting, greetings. What's the GTG, Dimity? I'm just going to put that up there. Would you like to pop on and come into in as a guest? I'll send you the user if the invite if you'd like to. You don't have to, of course, don't feel any pressure, but it does show others what it looks like, isn't it, when there's a guest on. Where you have the buy me a coffee sign, you could add there would be a good idea. Oh, okay. I might need to catch up with you on that one, Dimity, because I'm not quite sure where the buy me a coffee sign comes up. I don't think I see that on my side. Or is that on my eCam? I can't remember. Oh, there, that's what you mean. Oh, here. I see what you mean. And I could, yep. I didn't realise they were even showing, because on my little screen, oh, yes, they are. Silly me. I gotcha. So for here, I can change that text, or I can actually add a new one, really. Yeah, that's interesting. Can I add a new one as I'm on the run? Oh, look, I'll change this one and change it tomorrow. So it's actually at, and here it would be the Apps TV invite. I suppose that's what it would show up like, would it? Did that change? Apps invite at Ros Bounty. I think it's supposed to, I don't think it comes up as the big capital B and the R, does it? It's fun to be able to do stuff on the go, which is what I like the eCam for. There you go. I've changed it. Thanks, Timothy. That's cool. Now that was you guys might have to let me know whose I was up to, because I can't remember. That was Kim's. I've got yours ticked. And Marianne, you've said looks awesome. That's good. Good. And we've got, I think you were at the top. So I know that you've had yours, and I know, Wanda, I've done a reading for you too. It was a very short one, wasn't it? And Kim and Dimity should all be working. I'm just going through these. Now, I'm just wondering if LP, are you there still? Because I'll just do a reading for you very quickly. I will actually shuffle them again because there were so many that were here revealed already. So because of that, I think it does warrant having them all shuffled again. And this is where practice is going to make perfect, and finding the absolute perfect tablecloth to have under these cards. Okay, so I'll just do all that again. So LP, if you just quickly, is there a question that you'd like to actually ask for the cards to give you a really good reading, basically? Because it does make it a bit clearer if there's a question around what you're wanting to have some guidance about, basically. So I always write down at the bottom. And great, thank you. Oh, I really appreciate that, Dimity. That'd be wonderful if you could. And I haven't done too many. I think I've had a guest on twice, and that was just as a quick, trial out, rather than actually having a guest pre-organised and all the rest. It was an ad hoc one. So, whoops. Now, so LP, you're the one who I'm doing one for now. You haven't got a question there, so I'm just going to do a general one. Gee, sometimes this mouse is very, very fast. So here we go. So we've got 7. So there's 6, and 7 is this one. So for you, LP, here we've got on the spider web, on the spider with the web, but it's the spider. It's that magic that can be created, and it's relevant for your home. So what we've got is the home sitting on that web. So the creation of whatever you're wanting to have within your home space is certainly going to be important. And that's going to be bringing everything back to your heart space and where you want, what's important to you. Finding out for you where that home situation is important. Now I'm trying to find where the glare's not happening, because the light certainly has changed now, and I'm getting the reflection from the camera itself, from the iPhone. So bring it back to the heart, what you're wanting in your home space. Make sure it's things that you want, that you enjoy, that you can love. And here we've got that further love going to a baby and being able to nurture and care for. And I'm feeling, is it more as a grandparent in this instant, auntie or uncle? I'm not actually feeling that it's for you yourself, but who am I to know? I do claim psychic mediumship abilities, but it doesn't mean that everything is going to be specifically for you as the person asking, for you as the readee, the other end of it, other side of it, being read. So, but that Pam is a new direction for you. There could be a few ups and downs with that, but it's certainly going to be an enduring and loving connection is what I'm feeling with that. So certainly persist. Whether it's something, are you? Yeah, look, I'm not going to interpret who's the baby is going to be, but there is a new little one in the space and place of your home. So good news. I'm feeling it's good news, and looking to the stars, it's in the stars. I'm feeling it is something that is astrologically in the position of where you're headed in your life. So, it does feel a bit more like it's more you as I'm moving through this. It's building up, having that strength, creating what you want in your life on that good solid foundation. This does look like it's a bit floating in the air, but it's not really. It's just showing that there is that solid foundation for a tower to be built upon. And it's with that, you're looking to the stars. So it's whatever your dreams are, you can build up to be whatever you want them to be. And I feel that it is in that celebratory factor. You know, you're going to be celebrating, so make good use of that without the overindulgence, of course. But celebration is always a good time, especially since we've had so much that hasn't felt like it's been worth celebrating to a degree. I mean, everybody's situation is different, of course, and things are in the work mode. As far as a ladder brings to me a work mode, but it's actually more just climbing up, taking each step at a time. But it's certainly still in that celebratory mode because you've got it on the goblets. So certainly, and here that does complete it. So it's moving up each step at a time, and it's going to be so much what you weave in that magic yourself. So bring it forward in those, in those positive thoughts, in those dreams coming true, in that weaving that magic web that you want virtually. So, but not just virtually, it is physically. It's being in those moments yourself, knowing that that's what you're creating and it's moving it forward. So, great. So I'll get to that Facebook user because that one's on my, whichever one shows up as private. So that's my profile, I think. Anyway, let's have a look. Let's have a looky cookie. Wonderful. Now, let's see. We've got Dimity here now. She's going to...
Hello. Hi, Ros.
Hi. And I'm just going to switch around my screen over
Yes, otherwise we can't see you.
So that rather than the cards. So how are you?
I'm good. It's lovely to meet you.
Well, it is, and it's an interesting way to meet people as well, because it's sometimes you're not sure what to say to a stranger.
Yeah, I know. I know. Is this like, I know you've been doing YouTube, but have you been doing live broadcasting for long, or is this kind of...
I've been doing live broadcasting since whenever Hangouts on Air was first around.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I've been doing it proficiently.
Hi, Vince.
But I have had... Oh, yeah, Vince is here. Yes, g'day. I will put your comment on there because I like to acknowledge people as they come on, if I can.
I do too.
Whilst I'm doing the readings, I tend to be really, really slow because you're reading. You're not looking at the comments. Yeah. So, yeah, Hangouts on Air was the first start to what I was doing with live streaming. And then it was moved. There was Blab and there was some other things.
Oh, yeah, Blab. I remember Blab. Blab was great. I was so sad when that finished.
Yes, yes. And that's where I'm feeling this is most similar to the Blab days as far as how the community feel of HAPS is bringing people together that normally would never meet, would never be on each other's broadcasts.
Yeah.
Because some of the platforms that I use, they are a little more, I suppose, formal and organised because the limited streaming destinations, I suppose, brings your mind into being more focused in what you want to do with a live stream compared to this is, thank you, Vince. Yeah, favourite bike rider. So you cycle.
Oh, yes. So Vince and I know each other since Periscope days. So yeah, I used to do a few bike riding scopes. So Vince and I have known, I think, Vince, we were on Periscope since 2015. So I've known Vince that long.
I can't remember how long I've been on Periscope. I'd only do ad hoc onto there because it was the only thing at the time that I could find that was a mobile phone app direct into a live stream.
Yeah.
Every so often I'd pop in when I felt like it. I didn't have anything consistent.
Yeah.
Once I'd started doing more investigation, I started learning OBS and found that was a big learning curve. As much as it's free, it was a learning curve. And next thing I saw something on Facebook that was called Be Live, Be Live,
Yes.
TV,
Yep.
something like that. So I
Yes.
signed up with that. It's the first paid one I've ever used, and it was so simple and easy. It's why I thought it's worth it to pay for it. And I'm still
Yes.
using that as my main broadcasting platform. But when Eileen Smith, she recommended have a try of HAPS, so I joined in under her for HAPS
Uh-huh.
because it looked exciting in the respect of the different style it was. So yeah, I'm trying to do something every day, and because I started a challenge. Someone put up a challenge on Facebook that was to do with Mari Smith's Social Scoop or something like that. It was a Facebook 30-day challenge. You know, they pop up every so often.
Yes.
And especially since I was looking at live streaming at the time, I thought, well, I'd see how I go. And I bit the bullet and decided, well, I'm going to do readings with the Lenormand card deck. I hadn't really thought I was much of a psychic medium or anything like that at the time. But you
Yep.
start to step into it, and I haven't stopped. So that 30 days went into 6 months and then a year, and I don't know how long I've been doing it now. It's been a while.
That's fantastic.
Most dailies. There's only been a few that I've missed because I broke my wrist recently and all that stuff.
Oh, I'm sorry to see that. That's no good. Hello, Candy.
And yeah, I just noticed Candy. Now, I was following Candy from, How Is Everything, Vince is saying. So it all progresses. I mean, life does keep progressing, doesn't it, Dimity?
Yeah.
And I'm going to put Candy's up because, whoops, some of the response here, the time lag is a little bit, oops.
Yes. Yep.
But for what HAPS does, it's a wonderful platform, I think, even if there is sometimes a little bit of a delay or a glitch. It's a great little platform.
Oh, it's amazing. I've been waiting for this technology, like where you can just have one live broadcasting app and you can multi-stream to like all your social media. Yeah, so I was so excited, when I found out from another periscoper, Joanne Pham. I don't know if you know her, but yeah, but she put a link in her Facebook, and I'm like, oh, what's HAPS? That's interesting. So yeah, and I love it, and yeah, there's quite a few people from Periscope have come over here, and then it's just a lovely community. It's just really supportive and great spiritual community too, as well. So
I
there's quite a lot of.
been able to explore a great deal of all the different communities. That's mainly done through the feed, is it? Or when we join, we state our
No,
interest? I can't
just
remember
connect.
now.
Just connecting with people, like just yeah, if there's any sort of names, there's Michael Bathurst. I think you've been on Michael's brook. You've
I think I've seen a couple of them, yes.
Hey Bo, hello. Everyone's coming in. Yeah, Michael's great. So make sure you check out his broadcast. He does it in the mornings and the evenings in Canada.
Just trying to think what timeline it is here for Aussies.
So Michael, if his morning show is about 8:39 my time, and then in the evening, and then in the morning it's our morning, his evening is around, I think it's around 9 a.m. again, around the same. Michael has terrible. Oh, Bo, that's a bit harsh.
Oh, you don't look at my hair. I'm no one to judge anyone's, thanks. I can't remember what his hair's like. And he's in Toronto, so yeah.
Yeah. So he's great. He always has a great spiritual community on that you can, he's always wanting to talk to people. So make sure you check him out.
Yeah.
And then there's lots of other amazing people. There's Tara with Kelly. She's lovely.
think I might have.
And
I got hers.
Tarot.
I have been subscribing to a few, so some of the
Yeah.
names seeming to be familiar, and that's only as I've seen them on others' broadcasts that I've actually, it's really good that you can view profile on the
Oh,
guest anyway, as
it's so helpful.
discussions, and can subscribe from there. So that's what I've been doing for those that seem of similar interest, I suppose. Yeah.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
I've just
so
noticed Kim Fleming, who I did just do the reading for. Wow, my son's
yes.
wedding. Oh, I've got to put that one up because it's relevant to that bit of reading. No, actually, I probably won't put it up. It's so long. Can you put long ones up there?
I've never actually put that. Well, that's something you know that I don't. I haven't actually ever put the comments up, so that's great.
I'm putting it on screen. Let's see how long it takes. So,
Oh, yeah.
I'm putting the
Oh,
whole
there
lot
you
up.
go. It's good.
Her son's wedding was cancelled due to COVID last year, so they just got married earlier this year. They've just told her that she's going to be a nana, so she's looking to move, hopefully
Wow.
move by the end of the year, early next year. So the keys to a new front door, maybe. Yes, it would be. So that's so interesting. Great feedback. Thank you so much, Kim, for that. Looking to sell property, could be signing of papers. Yeah, great feedback. Thank you. I don't know how long it takes for that to disappear.
Yeah.
No idea. Do I have to take it off or what? Because it's hiding both of our faces.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I didn't even know. I don't know. I think it'll pop off. Yeah, now there it goes. I know it's not that long.
Ah, cool. Because I'm just putting up Candy's as well. She's put there that she's excited for a big Winnie the Pooh or something. No, that's not Candy's. That's Vince to Candy. I'm getting them all confused. So you haven't been doing popping the comments on screen?
No, I see. There's something I didn't know. I've seen people doing it. So do you just click on the comment and then?
What I'm doing, yes, I'm clicking on the comment. I'll just have a look at, did I put that one up? Oh, I've got to put this one. I love it. Thanks, Vince. So you click on the comment and it brings up the comment with the little emojis. There's 7 little reactions you can click. I do that to keep a track of who I've put on the screen. And then it's got reply, present on screen, then it's view profile, invite you.
Oh, okay. Wow, I didn't even know that. There
So
you go.
that's just clicking on it. And I did the Winnie the Pooh one. I don't know what that was about because I haven't been reading the comments. We've been talking.
Is that something Bo said? That must have been something Bo said. I'm excited.
Oh, wait, where was it now? Vince. That was
It must have been something you'd been talking to Candy about.
Yeah, I think it might have
Maybe Candy's she's in Japan. Maybe it's is it Disneyland in Japan? I don't know.
There is a Disneyland there, isn't it? Yeah.
But actually, no, Winnie the Pooh's not Disneyland. I'm not sure. I'm sure they'll tell us in the comments.
Winnie the Pooh's British. Here's me pulling at my hair.
Yeah.
Naughty. Whoops.
Oh, you didn't say nothing.
Wow, that's long. That's in reference to that. That comment. It was a long one, but at least now I know how long is. What goes up on the screen, isn't it? So it works by PC and mobile too. So I would say that is doing the presenting on screen. You actually do have it on mobile. I did a HAPS the other day that I couldn't see. Yes, the present on screen was there, but the view a profile wasn't.
Okay.
So I couldn't see others' profiles at that point, I think, from what I remember. Bo didn't say nothing. I like that. I laugh at that one. I like the spelling too, nothing. So how long have you been doing broadcasting then, Dimity?
Oh, so, well, I've only been on HAPS. I think I started the beginning of this year. But on Periscope, I was probably on there since 2015.
Ooh, whoops, hang on, sorry. I've got you back.
Oh, no, it's all good. Don't worry. No, it's all good. It's all good. I was trying
to shift the screens around.
Oh, no, that's okay. It's all good. It's fine. Yeah, so 2015 I was on Periscope, and then I was doing live broadcasting probably for quite a few years on Periscope, and then I just got fed up with the trolls. I was like, "Oh, I've had enough of this." And there was another reason that I think I wasn't doing so many broadcasts, and then I went over to Instagram. So, I'm on Instagram a lot, but of course they don't, Instagram are not allowing HAPs to live broadcast there yet, so.
Well, I don't think they haven't released an API or something, isn't that the case?
Yeah.
Like as in no one can go into Instagram as a
Yeah.
streamer. I haven't used Instagram much yet. I want to, but I have absolutely no idea how.
No, I mean, it's a good it's a good app if you're, like, doing visual stuff. Yeah, so I've been on there a couple of years, but I do a lot of fashion stuff on there, so.
Oh, yeah, yeah. And me, I'm not into fashion at all.
No.
I'm not into clothes.
I did a spiritual I did have a spiritual, Instagram there for a while, but yeah, it just didn't work on Instagram. I mean, there is a lot of spiritual people on Instagram, but for me, it just wasn't working, so.
Yeah. Well, that's probably worthy of a really good discussion one day, as a topic. Where is the best place to connect with those who are of like mind in spirituality, that's going to be the safest? Because, like you, I have seen a lot more of the trolling happening, but for me, it's been more on the Facebook that I've seen that growing. And Twitch, I don't get much response there. It's all the different spaces that you can be. You see different responses, isn't it? That'll be a good discussion one day.
Yeah, no, that would be actually, yes, because definitely different platforms work for different things. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah. I like this comment. Appreciate that one that Bo has shared. I do a lot of macrame on that. I'm not sure where the there is, but it's something that my partner used to teach macrame many years ago.
I think he's being tongue in cheek.
Well, I like taking tongue in cheek and bringing it around too. There is a fact that some blokes do macrame. Yeah, I think so. Anyway, there is someone here. Thank you for joining in. It's been lovely. I'm probably going to have to go, very shortly.
Yeah. Actually, Ros, you've got another comment there from a Facebook user. Says you'd love guidance.
Yeah, that's the one I was just about to mention.
Sorry.
That I might give her a bit of a reading before I need to go. But thank you so much for joining in. Do you do readings yourself as well?
Yeah, yes, I'm sort of like the reluctant intuitive.
I was certainly reluctant to admit to it at the start too. I just have fun with it now, so yes.
Yeah. That's a good way to look at it.
Thank you so much for joining me, and
thanks, Ros.
I'll do a reading for whoever the Facebook user is. I'll see when I go and check it out.
All right.
Till next time.
See you. Bye, everyone. Bye. Bye.
And I'll go to this comment here. It's not that I have, and I appreciate it. Thank you for your patience. I'm just going to quickly go over to my profile because I cannot see who it is at the moment. That's actually, commenting, and I still don't know because it's not showing up, but that's all right. So we'll answer this one. You'd love some guidance because you brought into a townhouse 4 months ago. You felt a bit pressured into the move and you're struggling to live there. Do you see me being able to move again where I can settle and be happy? So that's what we're going to do as these cards again. I'll do the full reading, the sequence of cards for you, and we'll use that as the basis. I'm just going to quickly clear the cards, shuffle them and lay them down without you seeing that that's what I'm doing. And it really has been a lovely day here in South Australia. I've been able to go, and I'm not facing the camera, am I? That's naughty. I should actually sit that somewhere that it's a little bit more visible for us, and I'll just move my camera there out of line. I'll keep on doing this so that we're moving the cards into place, ready for your reading. And here we go. And I'll swap the camera around very quickly to there so that you can see your cards. And here we go with the dice. So it's 6, 5, and 4, so it's 15. Whoops, and I went and moved them all. Silly me. Oh, nice to be geometrically perfect. I'm a Virgo, so having them crooked's a bit, oh, what have we got? 15, so 12, 13, 14, 15. Here we go, starting on this one, and it's lucky you're on the ladder, so you're actually building up, you're climbing up and creating. We've got the spider and her web here for you, so you're actually going to be moving into creating that new space. I'm feeling it is actually moving up to where you want to actually go, spending that time creating, moving it, you're creating your own intentions of where you want to be. Really feel into that. You've got good luck around this, just making sure that those intentions are clear and that you really are putting that, I suppose it is the law of attraction type of skills into it, but just trusting yourself that what you're wanting to do, what you're wanting to change is going to happen. And we've already got the goblets for celebration. So put that positive mindset into action and really feel into that. You've got the money going to happen as far as where you are. You're saying that you're struggling to live where you are and that you're being able to move again. What you're selling where you are to move into where you want to be, that flow of resources, which in this case it would need to be money, of course. So the abundance that's in this card is certainly going to be reflecting to the money side that you can do it, that it's going to be just be persistent, perseverance and persistent. Even though there might be a couple of little humps along the way, they're not insurmountable. So just treat them as being little issues that might pop up, and they might not either. It could purely just mean persevere with what you want, where you want to be. So move into that space. It's going to be a new place, new journey. If you're wanting to start a family, it's also indicating it's going to be suitable for baby, for moving into new spaces, places, journey. So if that's part of your plans is that you do want to start family, that that could be what's going to be moving forward for you as well. And that desire to have that, what you're planning for now in that move forward could be including that for you. The possibility is there. And what you've got is building that tower. It's setting up those firm foundations for what you're wanting to create into your future. The tower it's not an overnight thing. It does take some time to actually grow and develop, move into that. It could possibly also mean the paperwork that's needed for real estate, like it was for Kim with what her reading was, could be very similar. And you're going to have the a quick message around it, or it's, it's sharp. It's going to be precise and instant. So, the cutting edge is sharp. So the details of what's going to happen there for building any government forms or anything to do with what's needed for real estate, etc., is going to be to the point, happening as when, and when it needs to, even if there's the few hiccups. Where's the camel? I know it's there somewhere there. And that could be just purely from the money flow, that it's just going to be a few hiccups and then it'll move forward to where it needs to be to actually get the things done and completed. So here we are with back to the ladder. So it's certainly in the forward vision of what you're going to be having happening, and that's the blue here. So we're back to that. So for that forward for you, moving it into where you want to be settled and happy and have those things flow as you want to. It's looking like it's quite positive there for you. So hopefully that's helpful for you there. And since I actually don't know what the name is because it's not showing up, so there you go. And here we've got some more messages. Whoopsie. I am going to need to go definitely by probably 5-10 minutes away. And Candy, you separate your broadcast due to music copyright. Yeah, I don't play music with anything that I do besides what I actually physically play myself. So I would say that you're probably responding to Dimity and was it Vince? Yeah. So yes, there are those issues when you're broadcasting, isn't there? So you really have to be careful. Because there is the multi-streaming, you can't just do it to all and play music to all because of that. You could get struck off YouTube if you're playing copyright material and etc. It is, it is like that. Now I'm not quite sure. Queen, hi. I'll just acknowledge that and say hi. I appreciate having people join in. It's a first experience every time when there's new people that aren't usually part of who I've seen commonly with the readings that I've done. So it's great to actually have the hands up and the presence, the people here. Thank you. And not all just asking for readings, basically. It's good. So thank you. So it's Belinda who's there. Oh, wonderful. Great. So thank you for that. Yes, it is nice to have the names there. I understand why Facebook have the policy around privacy when it's profiles and private groups is fair enough. But when you give permission, like there's avenues that you can give permission, and I found that lately even they don't work. But anyway, that's all it is. We can have our gripes occasionally, but we have got some wonderful technology that we're able to use. And I really appreciate it because it really does help with those who feel isolated, and especially in the last year and a half that we've had, as far as, having to cope with that level of loneliness from restrictions and stuff. I think it's actually helped massively for some of that connection with people still, because we are humans wanting, needing, desiring. It's just so much fun to connect in different ways, and the technology we've got, it's great. So thank you for being here, and especially to those who may watch in replay. It's great to actually see with that hashtag replay when people do watch replays. I don't know with here, I know with Twitch, when you stop the broadcast, you can't chat in the chat thing anymore. I think it's the same. Is it with the same with YouTube? The live chat you can't chat in anymore, but you've always got comments. Twitch don't offer that. So I can sort of tell, but with this, I'm still exploring, still learning new things, aren't I? So I really don't know whether it does or not. Kim, loved your cards. So enjoy your dinner. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. I'll put that on screen as well. I do enjoy doing these cards, the style of card reading, even sometimes just the card pulls or anything. My own disclaimer in, yes, I put a label on myself of psychic medium. I prefer not to do the mediumship style on live broadcast things, purely because I find that at a more personal level of connection, and it doesn't need to be broadcast. That's just my own view and my own boundary on that. But the cards, it can be considered a bit of a play, but really there's always a message even in play. So it's why I'll continue to do these. Not scheduled, they'll be ad hoc, because sometimes there is clients, sometimes there's other things to do. So I'll just be returning when I feel the need, what Spirit might be guiding me to come on at a particular time. Who knows? And I've just noticed I've already been on for an hour and 5 minutes, so it's longer than I was anticipating. So thank you everyone for being here, and until next